Hello and welcome to Raj Sabha Television. I am Akhilesh Suman and you are watching Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time is a window to the world through which we try to showcase a particular country, its society, its culture, economy, its standing in the world and also its relationship to India. And here with me is Ambassador of Kyrgyz Republic, Asein Isaev. Welcome, Excellency.
Good morning. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Excellency, Kyrgyzstan is a very beautiful country. I had got opportunity to go there, but it is also interesting that it's a landlocked country. You are surrounded by various countries. So, being a landlocked country, does it provide an opportunity or it becomes a constraint for your development or connection to the world?
Yes, it's named landlocked country.
Yeah.
It's just term.
Yeah.
Yes, in modern world, it's not a locked country. We have air connection, we have road connection, we have railway connection in modern world. Even in ancient past times, we have not been a locked country because we had connections with India, with other part of the world. So, of course, it's easier to trade, easier to connect by sea road. But also other countries who have no any connection exit for sea, they have very good development. So it's opportunity. You are right, absolutely right.
It's an opportunity for you.
Yes, it's also opportunity for us.
So, where did you get the sea lane?
Through Russia,
Okay.
through China,
Okay.
and also through Iran.
Iran.
Yes.
So, if your citizens have to go to the port, they need passport and visa through all these countries?
For Russia, we don't need visa.
Oh, you don't need visa?
No, we are part of Eurasian Economic Union.
Okay.
Yes, and so we don't need. For Iran and China, yes, of course, we need.
You need visa. When you are in India, you have also spent almost 1.5 years, I think. So, how do you feel about India?
It's not my first time in India.
Yeah.
I was here 2000 to 2005 as a number 2 as a ministry council. It's
Okay.
my second post here. India is changing. India is changing very fast. I have found a lot of changes, but it's good changes.
Okay.
It's good changes. But you know what I appreciate very well personally, that in our global world, India keep themselves specific,
Okay.
own specific. For example, I very like when Indian women, Indian men wear their traditional wears, traditional clothes. It's very nice that in the very changing, very speed changing world, when everybody wearing costume, ties, etc.
But if we talk about Kyrgyzstan, it's almost a Muslim majority country. 80% of the population are Muslims. But still, if I see people of Kyrgyzstan, they don't look like typical Muslims. They look quite modern. So, what we perceive about Islam in Kyrgyzstan and what we think about Islam in other countries, there is a quite different. So, what type of Islam do you practice in Kyrgyzstan?
We are a secular country.
Okay.
Yes, religion is not life, whole life. It's just part of life. It concerns your private life. And you can be Muslim, you can be Christian, and it must not influence for other people, for other society. So also our Muslim very tolerate.
So, mosque doesn't interfere in your social life, in your political life?
No.
Okay.
Secular, and our government, our political leadership very strong in this case, and we are very tough about some kind of violation of secular life.
Okay. What is the impact of whole turmoil in Afghanistan on Kyrgyzstan?
We have no common border with Afghanistan.
Okay.
But our position to Afghanistan, our ties with Afghanistan, we have historical ties with Afghanistan.
Right.
We accepted the people of Afghanistan as a brotherhood country, and a lot of Afghan students are learning in Kyrgyzstan. Yes, and they have no any impact from Afghanistan.
Right.
We just like to help, maybe if we can help to set up peace in Afghanistan.
But your youth, younger population, they don't went into sort of radicalization that many of the young people in Kyrgyzstan,
Yes, we have.
like in Afghanistan.
Yes, we have some episodes about it. We have some trends, but as I mentioned about it, it's not some kind of big trend.
Okay.
Big trend that could be big influence to our life. Our students, our youth, learning, educated, they interested other sphere of this life.
So are they learning English language, French language, other languages also?
Yes, now it's developing very fast. Other languages, English, French, German, even Hindi, all Chinese, Japan. Hindi is developing now in our country. Very big interest to India.
So many Indian students are also going to Kyrgyzstan. I was also surprised that comparatively such a small country is inviting so many students from India, specifically in medical education.
We are very happy that the Indian youth studying in Kyrgyzstan. We are very happy. When they come back to India, they doing as our ambassadors, because they are speaking about Kyrgyzstan, about people of Kyrgyzstan.
They are not creating problems in your society because of difference of culture?
No, very nice. Good cooperation with local people, with authority of medical universities, and they have, of course, some kind of own community. But I have good facts about marriage between Indians and Kyrgyz people, and when our people, our youth, particular, to meet with Indian students, we would like to come India and to see this country. And so, as a second, our task that Kyrgyz young people could come to India and take education here.
Okay, they are coming?
Yes, they are coming. They are coming, but our task to improve this trend and to wide of number of our students here in India.
But some of the people are telling that Kyrgyzstan is not giving them visa easily. They are delaying in visa issuance. What is the situation?
Not at all. It's not right. For example, me as ambassador can directly, openly tell about it. It's very simple, no any problem with visa.
You are not restricting visa for Indians to Kyrgyzstan?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, for nobody.
Okay.
Now we set up online visa. It's very easy. Just how many days? 4 days. And it will be done.
4 days it is taking?
Yes.
Okay.
It will be done.
And
but if you have possibility to come to embassy, it's much more better.
And about, what about journalists? Are you giving journalist visa?
Journalist visa? It's some specific. I never heard about journalist visa. Business visa, yes.
Okay, business visa, okay. No issue. Excellency, you know that you have a big Chinese border, long Chinese border, and now coronavirus situation is very grim. So what is the situation? Have you closed the border, or it's still open? People are coming and going across the border?
Now some restrictions, of course, was done, but not tough restrictions. Of course, if you have some kind of requirements, very urgent purpose to visit to Kyrgyzstan or to China, yes, of course you can do it. But it's a little bit restriction, more cautious attention for this situation.
So you have advised your countrymen that you should try to restrict your journey to China?
Yes, we advise, but do not locked. Do not locked. Do not closed. Yes, just advice.
Oh, okay, it is advice.
Just advice.
Advisory.
Just advice.
Okay, but you know that your border is quite long, and your economy might also be impacting because of this coronavirus. So, how much is the impact of this coronavirus in your country?
Mostly our authority now concerned with possibilities of coronavirus for our people.
Yeah.
And nobody account about economic impact of this. I think it will be after that.
Okay.
After that. Now nobody think about to do some business.
Okay.
Yes, because we have to take measures to save our people.
Okay. How are you fulfilling this gap in the business between China and Kyrgyzstan? Is India fulfilling some gaps?
Yes, yes. Of course, to do business with China easier. We are border with China. Yes, we have connection problem with India because it's through some other countries, not direct. But occasionally now our businessmen now looking for India to fulfill this gap. For example, in textile, for example, skins, pharmaceutical, and other sectors of economy.
Sir, your president was one of the few, statesmen who came here at the time of Prime Minister Narendra Modi taking the oath for the second term. So, what was so special that Prime Minister Modi invited your president for this?
We were very proud. We are very excited, yes, and we accepted as some special attention for our country, for our political leadership. And we are as a diplomat, and me personally as ambassador, we would like to keep these trends and try to work hard, catch this signal, and improve our relations.
So, what was the reason for such warmth that Prime Minister showed to you, your country and your president?
I hope some special relations between Indian people and Kyrgyz people. Yeah. We have sympathy each other. Okay. And this is main reason. Yeah. We have any problem with each other.
So, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was there in Bishkek last year, at the time of SCO summit. And there was bilateral summits also between India and Kyrgyzstan. So, some agreement had been signed that time. So, how are you implementing those agreements?
Now it's going on.
Yeah.
We try to fulfill agreements between our two leaders, concrete job.
Okay.
It's going on. First of all, for example, not so long ago, our chief of General Staff visited Lucknow and met with Minister of Defense, Mr. Rajnath Singh. They agreed a lot of issues. It's continuation about that agreements which was signed during visit of His Excellency Prime Minister to Kyrgyzstan. For example, they agreed to provide joint training. They agreed to organize joint working group. Okay. They agreed to continue our mountains research.
Okay, mountain research.
Mountain research.
Okay.
And one more, they agreed to set up joint military field hospital under the flag of United Nations. It will be first one in Central Asia that will be done military hospital in framework of United Nations. It will be some joint effort between Kyrgyz Republic and India. I taking only one sphere. It's military cooperation sphere. It's going on in IT technology.
It's going on.
It's going on. IT technology. And one very important, that the attention of His Excellency Prime Minister about about ecological development. And we are a very ecological country. We have a lot of program. And now we would like to join our efforts in this sphere. And soon a few bureaucrats come to India to research Indian experience, and we will do some joint efforts because of we have own program. India also has own program, and we would like to do some kind of convergence between this effort.
Line of credit was also issued to Kyrgyzstan in that point of time. So, are you utilizing, and how are you utilizing that line of credit?
Yes, it's big money
Yeah.
for our country, and everything must be done very carefully. It's going on.
It was around $300 million or something.
200.
200 million.
200 millions. Now our specialists from our Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Finance of India, they are working together about to detailized terms of agreement.
Okay. So, are you satisfied with the pace of cooperation between India and Kyrgyzstan?
Yes, I am satisfied with current, but I am not satisfied with, of course, the result, because we want more result.
Okay.
Of course, I try to do more, For example, trade turnover, not satisfied. Yes, and our students have to come here. We have the more concrete cooperation between our ministries. So we have to intensify, because our leaders set up very high level of demands, and we have to be relevant for these demands.
After collapse of USSR, you came out of it and then you became an independent country. What is the relation between Russia and Kyrgyzstan now?
We have with Russia ally agreement, in defense sphere, in other spheres. We have very close relation, of course, with Russia. And the collapse of USSR, it was not the reason of our divided. Opposite, it's a reason to our combined, to our unit. Of course, USSR had good part and maybe not good part, yes, but it's history, and history full with big achievement.
Okay. So, you also have a big country like China on your border. So, does it create problem being just besides a big country, or any border issue between the two countries?
Border problem was resolved. Yes, we have agreement. We have no any problem in this sphere, and now our cooperation developing very good.
Yeah. So, you don't feel that your country might be swamped by the big economy of China?
No, no, because of it was a lot of political meeting between our leadership and our head of state, our government met with government of China, and they agreed about rules of our cooperations. And they respect our sovereignty. They have no any intention to do some bad influence. Yes, we are separate, sovereign country. China is our great neighbor. We respect each other.
Okay. You have quite a good history of literature, like Kyrgyz, Mr. Kyrgyz. How are you preserving, and are you trying to expand his writings in India?
Just 3 weeks ago, I visited the theater performance.
Where?
Theater performance in Delhi.
Okay.
Performance was done by Calcutta Theater.
Okay.
On base of novel of Chingiz Aytmatov.
Right.
We have no any special efforts to advertise novels of Chingiz Aytmatov. He already world known. Yes, and people like his novel, and it's just personal choice of people to learn about Aytmatov. But of course, we are Kyrgyz Republic as a state. We have to keep safe his heritage.
Okay. And Manas is also a very well-known factor, a very well-known person in Kyrgyzstan. So, sometimes we try to know that what Manas phenomena is all about.
It was translation in Hindi, some part of Manas.
All right.
We have street named by Manas in New Delhi.
Okay.
Yes.
Manas Marg?
Yes, Manas
That
Marg.
is Manas Marg.
Manas Marg.
But they didn't write Manas Marg. They should have written Manas Marg, isn't it?
Yes, Manas Marg.
Okay.
Yes, Manas Marg. And it's World Heritage, Manas. It's UNESCO include this heritage in the heritage of mankind.
Okay.
Yes. And you know, we have to research, we have to give possibility to our scientists, research between Ramayana, Mahabharata and Manas.
Yeah. If you come again to India-Kyrgyzstan relationship, what type of defense understanding is going on between the two countries?
Defense relation is going very good, very good. As I mentioned, it will be joint training in this year. It will be joint working group. And we are waiting maybe visit of His Excellency Minister of Defense, Mr. Rajnath Singh, to Kyrgyzstan. And we have very good military technical cooperation. Yes, it is going on. And joint scientific research in defense sphere.
Right.
Yes, yes.
So are you going to buy some defense equipments from India?
Yes, we are very keen.
Okay.
We are keen. It's going on. It's going on. A few examples. It's Lucknow Defense Expo. Right. Yes, it was very good. Our representative of our army visited and was very wounded.
Which products are you keen for?
For army, for Kyrgyz army.
Okay.
And also our some defense plants continue to present some products to Indian army also. So it's joint, and it was very important event was done during a defense exercise. It was signed memorandum between two sides that we will do joint venture between Kyrgyz Republic and India to do some joint effort. It's in framework of Make in India. What I mean, part of some our Kyrgyz products was done in India, and after that it will be collected in Kyrgyzstan to export to India.
Ambassador, being an ambassador is not a very easy task. You have to go through lots of interactions and meeting people, going to different places. So, have you visited different places in India?
Yes, I have been in Andhra Pradesh, in Chennai, in Srinagar, just a few.
Srinagar also?
Yes.
Recently?
Recently, yes.
So when you visited Srinagar, it was after abrogation of Article 370?
Yes.
So, what you felt when you visited there?
You know, people would like to live a normal life. Yes, and they would like to be normal, natural part of India, and that's all. And government of India do this job, that Jammu and Kashmir must be integral part of India. People would like to be, to do like this, and that's all.
Ambassador, we are coming to end of our conversation. How do you relax yourself being in a different country, being among different type of people? How you find time to see other aspects of life?
India has big culture,
Right.
and sometimes I visit performance.
Oh, you go there?
Theater performance,
right.
Dance performance,
right.
Other cultural performance. Yes, New Delhi could provide all these possibilities.
So you are utilizing all the opportunities of entertainment.
Absolutely. I'd like to take these opportunities very intensively.
Okay. So is there any plan of cultural cooperation between India and Kyrgyzstan?
Yes. Two heads of our states agreed last year that next year and after this year it will be a cross-cultural event in India, in Kyrgyzstan. And you know, India is very active in this sphere. Every time they organize some cultural event, and we are, as an embassy, very keen to participate in every cultural event of India, in framework of ICCR, in framework of even particular states, and every time a delegation of Kyrgyzstan visited all this event and do the performance.
So does it work in diplomacy when you know a country culturally also?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Of course, it's very easy. It's very easy because of we have direct flight, and our people very keen to do performance here, to participate, because of Indian people accepted as well.
Okay.
They show very big interest to our culture.
So any special privilege, any special arrangement for Indian tourists going to Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan?
Special arrangement, our hospitality.
Yeah.
Very easy, take visa, no any restrictions, and a lot of Indian cuisine in Bishkek, hotels, and many Indian companies would like to work with Kyrgyz side about it. It's going on, and for example, during last year, number of Indian tourists grows more than 15 times. 15 times, yes. And even in this January, compared to with last January, it was more than 3 times.
Okay.
Yes.
So direct flight is restored now?
Yes, direct flight between Bishkek and Delhi. Yes, we have direct flight, and we invite Indian avia companies to set up own avia links between India and Kyrgyzstan. In this reason, we announced 5th level of freedom for Indian companies, for any other foreign company. So any Indian, they just announced their readiness, and please go to Kyrgyzstan.
Thank you so much, Ambassador, for talking to Rajya Sabha Television.
For your attention, thank you very much for
Thank you.